Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. This is our Manchester United versus Arsenal preview. It's a massive game. Let's call it what it is. It's Solskjaer against Arteta. It's winner takes it all. And to be honest with you, it has got a draw written all over it. And look, let's say it how it is. Everybody says Arteta, he's a pupil of Pep. He's going to be the tactical genius. Well, let's call it what it is. Is Arteta going to be the tactical genius? Or will Ole deliver him on a plate like he has many managers over the last 18 months when it matters? And this does matter because Leipzig's a great result, PSG's a great result, but we can't afford another draw at home when we're playing catch-up in a league that's wide open. And the pressure will be on Solskjaer because for all his tactical genius nonsense about Arteta, I'll tell you now, I'll be stunned if he doesn't turn up and play a part of the bus back five, which he does against all the big teams. So it's on United to take this game to Arsenal, and we'll be looking how we can do that in a couple of minutes as well. I will be going to the tactical board to show you how the diamond will work effectively against Arsenal with their back five, which you can see there. But let's come back here and let's talk about a few other things as well. So Manchester United against Arsenal, I am not going to diminish the threat of Arsenal. They've got a good 11. Aubameyang's in that team. Thomas Partey's been brought in. I think that Gabriel looks good. Leno's got a great game in him as much as he's got a mistake. And I do think it's going to be tight, and I do think it's going to be difficult. But you know what the most positive thing is? When you look at Arsenal since lockdown, since there's been no fans back in June, they have played away 8 times. They've not drawn once. They have lost 5. They've lost 5, and they've drawn 3. So if I got that right, they played 9 times away since the lockdown ended in June with no fans in the ground. They've lost 6 and they've won 3. No draws. Defensively, they've conceded 12 in 8, so they're conceding about 1.5 goals per away game, but no draws. So I think it looks like a draw on Sunday, but the fact that Arsenal haven't been drawing away from home means there's a result to be had for either side there and makes it very interesting. And let's not forget, Arsenal on 9 points. They're currently in 11th. We're on 7 points in 15th. But of course, we've got that game in hand. So if they were to beat us, they'd move 5 points clear of us. If we were to beat them, we'd go ahead of them, obviously with a game in hand. So it's a massive game for Manchester United. And also what I would say is we've played Tottenham at home, we've played Chelsea at home, we're now playing Arsenal at home. That means in the second half of the season, we've got to play them all away. And I don't think there will be fans in the ground in the spring, but there might be. So we've got to play all these games away. We've got to start winning some of these. We lost to Spurs. We drew with Chelsea. We can't afford to drop another 2 or 3 points at home to a rival for those top 4 or better positions. So look, Manchester United against Arsenal. Solskjaer against Arteta. How are we going to line up? Let's start off with that. Then we can look at the tactics. But I think that Arsenal will come with a back five, and I think Manchester United do need to play the diamond. So I've got De Gea in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Tuanzebe, Maguire, Luke Shaw. Now, there is no Telles, so Luke Shaw will have to play. Luke Shaw, look, Telles starts if Luke Shaw's not, if he's fit. So let's move past the Luke Shaw agenda or dislike. Telles isn't playing. He can't play. Luke Shaw's the best option. But if I said to you in the Champions League game, yet again, Luke Shaw was in the top 5 for distance covered. He made the most passes, he made the most tackles, he made the most interceptions, and he had the most touches. And on a different day, he should have had an assist and a goal. So it was a very good performance by Luke Shaw, and I've got no issue with him playing in this game, especially because Telles can't. So let's move past that. He's the best option we've got, and to be honest, he's one of the best left-backs in the country. All right, he's not the best, but he's one of the best, and we're more than comfortable with him playing at left-back. Into the centre-back position, I'm telling you now, he'll play Lindelof and Maguire. This will be a mistake. Rio Ferdinand's highlighted it. He's one of the best centre-backs we've had in the Premier League era. I've highlighted it. You've highlighted it. That centre-back pairing is only good when it gets protected. We're Manchester United. We can't overprotect our centre-backs. You need pace there. They don't have pace. Tuanzebe against Arsenal. They've got Aubameyang. They could have Pepe playing. They could have Xhaka playing. They could have Lacazette playing. They're all fast. Tuanzebe is fast. Tuanzebe needs to play in the centre-back pairings. But I'm telling you now, there's no way he's going to drop Lindelof or Maguire. But I think Tuanzebe is very important in a game like this for his pace. And I would trust him in it. If you can trust Tuanzebe against Mbappe and Neymar, you can definitely trust him against Aubameyang and whatever else Arsenal have got to throw. Midfield 4 picks itself. Matic at the orchestrating it. Very important in a game like this. I think McTominay can do the job, but we need to win, so you go for your better player. Matic, Fred, Bruno, left side of the diamond, I'm going to go Pogba because give him an hour, take him off, bring Van der Beek on. You could start Van der Beek, but I think he will start with Pogba. I've got no problem with that. And then the front two, it's got to be Rashford and it's got to be Greenwood. Martial obviously suspended and Cavani obviously not match fit yet. So it picks itself, the front two. He's got to go with the diamond. He has to go with the diamond in this team. He might not. He might not. Look. Would you be surprised if Dan James or Mata started? I'd be distraught. I wouldn't be surprised. Would you be surprised if he started Fred and McTominay in front of the back four? I'd be again, I wouldn't be happy with that. Would you be surprised if he went with the back five and went like for like and tried to keep it tight and nick a result? I wouldn't be surprised. But I think whatever the result on Sunday, Ole won't get the sack. You know, that's not going to happen. I think the results against Leipzig and PSG have given him until at least Christmas, no matter what happens. So we need to get that off the table. All Poch is available. So what? Ole's the manager. He will be backed, and quite rightly so. This is about getting the right result. This is about being brave. He's not going to get sacked if he loses to Arsenal on Sunday. So why would you think, oh, let's keep it tight, let's try and nick a game? It didn't work against Chelsea. We've got to be a bit more expansive. We've got better players than them in the midfield area. Let's dominate the midfield. And let's utilise our front two. I think it's a real shame that Martial's not playing. I think he would have made us a lot stronger opposition against Arsenal. But let's not forget, Arsenal don't have David Luiz. Some people would say that's a good thing, but it means probably Mustafi plays. We can certainly hurt them at the back. And if we look at this tactically very, very quickly, for anybody, people keep saying to me, why is, what about Arsenal? What about Arsenal if they're playing this back five? Look at Tierney gets forward and quite rightly he can bomb on and Wan-Bissaka gets exploited. And it is that left-hand side where Aubameyang is, where Tierney can push through because they're playing a back five. They've got the ball there and suddenly, oh my God, it's a 2v1. The diamond doesn't work against the 5-3-2 because you can double up and Tierney can run past him. Well, I'll tell you what, look, Tierney's making his run there, or however you pronounce his name. Well, look, Twan Sabi doesn't really have to worry too much, I don't think. But this is how a diamond works. This is exactly how the diamond works. So Matic comes across there, Fred comes across there, Pogba comes across there, and Bruno comes in from here. And suddenly you've got four players around the ball. So I don't know what people are talking about. And convert, let's switch it to this side. Bellerin pushes forward, Pogba tucks in here, Matic moves across, Fred comes to the centre, Bruno comes in there. That's how the diamond works. That's how the diamond worked against PSG, against RB Leipzig. It's very effective. It's just basically keeping the shape as it moves from one side to the other. So wherever the ball is, if the ball's there, it's very easy, and it's very easy for top players. You follow the ball across. Right, let's shift across. Let's move the diamond. It's not always a diamond. It can move, like Fred can come here, but there's always a diamond shape. It's moving around. It's moving around. We're going to move forward now. We're going to attack. We're going to move. We're going to move. And also, Greenwood and Rashford, to a certain extent, they can help as well. They can help. And the press comes like this, as we've seen. It adapts when Arsenal have got the ball here. You'll see probably Bruno sometimes the head of the diamond, and they move in here. And they pull out there, and it's suddenly like, where's the passing lane? I can't get there. I'm trying to get in there. There's pressure from Fred and Pogba. I can't get down the line. I've got a bit of pressure from Bruno. And this is how the diamond works. And it works very, very well. So anybody who thinks that the diamond doesn't work because you're going to get exploited by the flanks, if the diamond does its job and the ball is here, Pogba's in here, Bruno from the attack, but Fred will cover the middle while Matic covers there. It works very, very, very well. And of course, on the attack, you've got these players who you want to get close to their back three, and then your 2v3, and then Bruno's there as well. Pogba can get on the ball, looking at these balls. So it's a very, very, very good system, and it's a very good system that we can exploit and make the best of what we've got. It works really well. I think some people don't understand it because we've not used it. It's definitely not something United have used in a long time, but it works really well. And let me just say this as well. I know we've got Luke Shaw playing, but if you do have, I've got Telles there. It won't be Telles. It will be Luke Shaw. But if you have got Telles and he does bomb across there, and let's just move Luke Shaw out here for a moment. Matic drops in here. Telles goes forward. He's got Pogba, and obviously Fred comes across here. Bruno's here. All right. If Arsenal pick the ball up there, there's a quick ball across here, and yeah, we're out of position a bit. But Fred moves across. Matic moves across. Pogba moves across. And again, Telles comes back. you've got to have a lot of energy, but the one thing Manchester United have definitely got in that team, and it's been proven over the last few games, is that now we've got those fitness levels that we didn't have before the international break. We've got players who will be in the top 5, will dominate the top 10 players on the pitch for distance covered. We've got high energy levels, and it's very important. But that diamond system is very important. Will he play it against Arsenal? And I think that's the biggest thing. If we play it against Arsenal, we are going out there and we are stamping our authority and our philosophy on the game. Does it mean we'll win? Not necessarily, but I think it shows an intent to win. Arsenal will look at what happened against Leipzig, and it doesn't matter what they've done against Dundalk, because so what? That's a Europa League Irish side. We've just beaten a Champions League semi-finalist. We go into that game with bigger confidence, and Arsenal go into that game with more fear than we have. Let's use that. Yes, let's use the fact it's at Old Trafford. Yes, let's use the fact that we're getting all our good players on the pitch in a system that works for them, that makes us hard to beat. Let's not become jack of all trades, master of none, and put out a system to adapt to Arsenal's back 5. Now, you mean flip a coin? I don't know. I don't know what Solskjaer's going to do in this game. He might well put a system out there to nullify Arsenal and try and nick a goal. But I think we go out and we try and win the game. Let's let them worry about us. Yes, Arsenal are going to hit us on the break. That's exactly what they're going to do. They did it to Man City, they did it to Liverpool, and they got results with it in the last few months. But we're Manchester United. If we defend well and we trust ourselves, and look, Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw are playing very well on the flanks. That's where Arsenal's attacking threat is, with people like Aubameyang and Pepe and Willian and Xhaka. Lacazette, look, it's Lacazette or whoever plays up front against Lindelof and Maguire, I think it will be, but it could be Twansebi. Let's trust our back 4. Let's go more on the front foot. Let's go with the front 2. Let's go with the diamond, and let's get 3 points. And let's get this season started. Let's get this party started. Not Thomas Partey, our Partey. Let's get it started. Let's go and get the 3 points. And I think we can do that. But we've got to be brave enough to do it. We've got to start being comfortable in our own clothes and shoes. We've got to start walking the walk. We've got to start playing a system that people know what we're about. I think there is this myth that, oh, you've got to change it up. You can't let the opposition know. We know how Liverpool are going to play. We know how Man City are going to play. Let's let teams know how we're going to play. Not necessarily the personnel, because McTominay could play where Matic is, and Van der Beek could play where Fred is, or Mata could play where Bruno is. I mean, I don't want that to happen, but we can change the personnel. And when Martial's back next week against Everton, they don't know whether we're going to play Rashford, Martial, Greenwood, Martial, Cavani probably fully fit by then. Let them second guess on the personnel. Don't be scared about them knowing the way we're going to play, because if we play that system well, we will win the games well. And, we know we're going to be against the 5. And I think that, Arsenal definitely are a side that we can work. And I would like to see Twansebi in there, as I said. But it is Arteta against Ole. And I think another thing that you may have not be aware of from the game against Leipzig is that there's this whole thing that Rashford was on a hat-trick and he let Martial take the penalty. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came out after the game and said, no, Martial was going to take the penalty. I told them in the dressing room before the game that Martial would take the penalty. It was going to be Pogba or Martial, and Pogba wasn't on the pitch, so it was Martial. So we can all say Rashford's nice for letting Martial take it, but Ole's actually making big decisions. And if you look back a year ago, he was coming out with things, well, at the end of the day, it's about who's feeling it on the pitch. And then you get little arguments about, I'm feeling it. Oh, no, I'm feeling it. No, I'm feeling it. And now we're getting actual clarity. No, Martial took the penalty, not because Rashford was polite, but because I said Martial was taking the penalty if he was on the pitch. Manager making decisions, taking it away from the players. We had a free kick that Bruno dinked over the top and Martial nearly scored from. I think Rashford quite fancied it. He gets told to walk away because Bruno's, I'm on the free kicks. That's what you need. Yes, it disappoints some players, but ultimately, if you want to be the free kick taker, start putting out 10 out of 10 free kicks in training. You might move me out of the way, but I'm the conductor here. I'm taking the penalty. I'm taking the free kick. And then, Rashford is benefiting from that because he's focusing on his game and doing other things. So lots of positivity. We cannot, and the one thing I've got to say as well is we cannot see Dan Mata or Juan James, or even Juan Mata or Dan James. We can't see those players starting in a game like this. We've got way too much quality now. Even with that side there, you're going to get Cavani on the bench. Obviously, Martial is suspended. Van der Beek's going to be on the bench. Telles is out. So McTominay's going to be on the bench. So look, you've got Telles and Martial out. And you've still got quality like Van der Beek on the bench, Cavani on the bench, McTominay on the bench, without moving to more reserves players like Juan Mata, as we know. So even with a couple of players out, we've got quality on our bench and we've got a very good 11 there. So we've got to start making it pay. I mean, imagine if we went with a back five. Imagine if that team was a back five. You're going to have to take one of the midfielders out. You're going to have to, you put Twansebi, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, Wan-Bissaka. It's ridiculously defensive. And then you're probably going to have to drop a Pogba to play Bruno, Fred and Matic. Or even worse, Fred, McTominay and Bruno. And then you've got Pogba, Matic and Van der Beek on the bench. And I think that brings it home to me why we can't go with a back five. Because why? Why would you go ultra defensive at home against Arsenal? They're there to be beaten at Old Trafford. Play the team that's there. Play the team that played so well on Wednesday night. Don't go with a back five that's going to make you have to bench a good player to bring in another defender and maybe make you have to play McTominay and Fred so you bench another good player. Let's play a back four. Let's go on the front. Well, not even on the front foot. I don't think the Diamond's a front foot. I think it provides the defensive stability and balance in a system that also provides attacking talent as well. I think Pogba's going to thrive in this Diamond. Fred will thrive in it. Bruno actually in a 3 has to be more defensive. In a Diamond, he actually can just be the attacking influence that we need. And Matic gets to conduct it all, or McTominay. So I think we've definitely got to play this. I think the head says a draw. But then you look at the head also says Arsenal haven't drawn away from home for 9 games. So I think Man United need to win this. 2-0, 2-1, 1-0, don't care. Man United need the 3 points. We've had the 5-0 thriller. Let's have the boring 1-0 nick it. I don't care, but let's win it. But let's not have a boring 1-0 nick it with a back five and a defensive system. Let's play that system. Let's go and get the result. Let's make Arsenal deal with us, because we know what Arsenal are going to do. 5-3-2, hit us on the break. Let's go and hurt them. And don't be worried about the width, because as I said, we can move it across and backwards. And it is Ole against Arteta, as I've said a few times. And that is why, for me, Ole needs to teach, like he did with Nagelsmann, like he did with PSG, like he did last season with Lampard and Pep. Treat it as it's you against that manager. It's a tactical battle. And when he does that, Ole does tend to come out on top. Last season, it was more about being tight and hitting teams on the break. This year, there has been an evolution. Chelsea, we did keep it tight. Let's not go back to that. Let's start looking to beat teams in a tactical way. And I think we'll do well in it. So, yeah, get your comments in below. What do you think about how we should line up? What the score's going to be? How you think it's going to go? Are you confident? Smash a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll speak to you all on the next one. Thanks for watching.